was trying to update my blog more regularly now, so I'm here again to post a new video, and I'd like to talk about this thing that just happened. So I made a note because I was trying to do this without any written guide, but then I cannot organize my thoughts, so what I did is I tried to write it. So I'd be looking from time to time, I'd be looking on my notes. Just want to share my thoughts on the event that happened several days ago at Nasugbu, Batangas, here in the Philippines. For those who didn't know, there was a gunfight that happened between the AFP, or what we call here as the Armed Forces of the Philippines. These are government forces, against the NPA, the New People's Army, a communist doctrine proponent here in the Philippines. So this NPA had been fighting the government for more than 50 years, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not that good in the history of our country, though I know enough, but I'm not into details. So in the said encounter, there were 14 NPAs that were killed, and the saddest part here is that one of the NPA that was killed is a very young woman named Josephine Ann Lapera. She's just 22 years old, and based on what I read on this, she is a student of the University of the Philippines, a government-sponsored university, and she's studying to become a chemist of sort. I can't really recall what her major is. Apart from that, she is also an active proponent of women's rights in the Philippines. In fact, she is, according to the news I scanned again, she is the Deputy General of the Gabriella's Youth Chapter. So Gabriella is a non-government organization whose goal is to provide protection for women in the country, and to protect, or to they are campaigning for women's rights, so to speak. So according to the report, Josephine's parent doesn't know her involvement with the Communist Party. So just imagine their shock when the news reached them. And by the way, my deepest condolences to the family of Josephine. So the reason I want to talk about this, or about Josephine, is that I have read some comment online calling her stupid. The exact word is bobo, and that's a pretty hurtful word to say, and it should not have been said at all. I am not defending her. I am not defending her actions. I am not with her in her beliefs with regards to, communist principles and those things. I'm against communism, and I'm not here to defend what they did, because apparently they were about to embark on a mission, maybe because when the police went to investigate, they found some high-powered weapons. So I'm not with that. What I'm here to do is to show you what would have happened in an alternative world. So this is, I think, would have happened to Josephine in an alternative world. Let's just say that she did not met those people who indoctrinized her with those principles, and this would have happened to her. So she was a born leader. You already know that, evident by her involvement with the Gabriella, and she is Deputy General, I think, the leader. She's like a president of some sort. And if she would have grown to be an old woman, she would have become we don't know, she might have become the president of our country. She might have done some great things for our world. She might have created some, things with her chemical major. She might have created something that we Filipinos would be proud of. That's for sure. They don't bring her to the University of the Philippines for nothing, and I know that she is intelligent. So, in an alternative world, if she would live longer, she would have become the president of the Philippines. She would have done some great things for our country. And based on the news I read, I can also tell you that she is a brave woman. She is willing to stand firm and fight for what she believes. And in an alternative world again, if she is a lawmaker or a leader of sort, you'll be looking at a leader who will see to it that all the objectives that she will set, she would see to it that all of them will be achieved. She will be the kind of person that will choose to go down than to lose her dignity. And that, I think, was pretty much proven by what happened to her. So, in an alternative world, she could have been a pretty big light of hope for the Philippine democracy. She could have been one of our strong pillar of hope. As they say, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Youth is the hope of the nation. But what happened is that opportunistic vultures of society grabbed her by the neck. These people who claim that they are fighting for the poor used her for their personal benefits. And they used her strength against her. They used her strength to manipulate her. They know that she's a born leader. She's a brave woman. And they use that against her. She's an idealistic young woman. They used it against her. And they turned her, instead of turning her into a leader, what did they do? They turned her into a weapon. They turned her into an instrument so that they can further their agenda. And who are these people? Well, I don't need to tell you who are they, right? Like I said, they turned her into an instrument. And yet she is on her way to becoming a promising leader. So, my friends, what happened to her can also happen to all of us, everyone, especially to the young guys out there, young students out there. So, I suggest that let us refrain from giving rude comments like this, because it would not give us anything good. I suggest that before we say something, let us ponder on the deeper implication of this situation. Okay, this is really not a good situation. This is a very sad incident, and you should ponder on it. What's the implication of this? And what can we do to stop it? We should think of that instead of giving comments like this that can hurt other people. Okay. One more thing I would like to add is these people who had her, who brainwashed her, we should be wary of these people. These people are stealing these potential leaders of our democracy from us. These leaders that can lead us to greatness. They're being taken away from us. And we should be wary of that. You are a great leader. You have the potential to be a leader. If you're watching this, and be wary that some people might try to steal you away from us. We should be wary and be careful. And we have to ponder deeper on everything that is being given to us. Information is being given to us. We should ponder on them. and try to study what would be the implication. Because we don't want you being taken away from us and be molded as a weapon to destroy us. It's time that we have to make this stop. And stopping this starts with you. This is my thought on this matter.